All right. I'll have to go through a little quicker, hopefully, than I normally do with the talking and stuff. But we're actually here for two different requests that are similar enough that I'm using these same spirits for both. Some are directly working for both, some are just working for one. The general, that's why you see like two candles here for Bifrons. And you probably can't see Bune's is way over here, but she's two also. Right, so there are two things. One is something I've been working on for a bit. It has been a while. I don't know when the last time it was, but that is in support of finding Harmony Montgomery's body. So as you can see here, there's a Wikipedia page for Harmony Montgomery, and so there are a couple of spirits I've been using to help with that, and two more. Those two spirits are Helios, which is represented by this crappy sun I drew, and Bifrons, since she is dead. The case has been going on for a while, and it's one of those cases I've decided to put my energy towards. I do know some Montgomerys. They've never said they were directly related. So to Harmony Montgomery and her dad, Adam. And some of these things may have helped with his previous wife, his last wife, coming forward and giving some evidence and stuff like that against him. I don't know, but her body still hasn't been found, and that's really what the gist of this first one is. Since I know Instagram can handle 5-minute videos, then I'll be checking my time and making sure that I haven't gone much over the 5 or 6 minute thing. So however long that takes is however long that takes, and I may just cut parts of it out. And I mean, you don't need to see all of it, but you can have an idea what's going on. So we have the Helios and Bifrons to help light the way to find her remains, because there's no way she could have lived with some of the forensic evidence they have found, but she's not been laid to rest, and that bothers the shit out of me, frankly. So let me go ahead and get this incense coal going, which I should have done before I started this. It's fine. I should be in bed because I'm sick, but I meant to do this yesterday, and it's been bothering me ever since. And this is for those spirits working on my behalf. Okay. Alright, sorry, I had to rinse that off real quick. I know it's self-lighting and I can let it do this, but I need to speed it up a little bit, right? Ugh, it stinks. Alright, now I gotta turn this fan so it starts venting. So you don't want to breathe this stuff in. Okay. Now most of these are petitions, basically. This one's a little bit different. This is going to be the decaying candle, because the other two spirits who are now getting involved are Bune and Beelzebub, and this one is for Beelzebub. And the point is to essentially torture the shit out of him until he reveals where the remains are. That's exactly what I want to have happen. I've tried other methods for that, using shadows and shadow people and things like that, and they haven't been able to get it out of him yet. If anybody knows on the inside, then they just aren't saying. So But I'm assuming since things have not been found, then he's not said anything. So now the entities are already here. They picked out the incense that they would like to have. So I don't need to necessarily call them, but I do need to formally ask for their help with this, and just in case Harmony does come, then I went ahead and got some red rose incense here, and a piece of candy with things for her. Okay. There we go. All right. Lords Helios and Bifrons, I thank you for your efforts that you have made towards the recovery of her body. I ask that the efforts to procure her remains continue so her body can be properly laid to rest, and give that closure to her family. It seems fitting for a life cut short that had so much wrong in it from the beginning. So I thank you for your efforts and ask that you please continue those. Bune appears to me as a lady, so Lady Bune, I thank you for also getting involved in this, and ask that you please help with the recovery of her remains, that she may be laid to rest properly. I thank you for stepping forward to help with this. Beelzebub's video is going to be in a separate one. I'm at 7 minutes now, so I better cut this video and then get back to it. Alright, welcome back. I've rearranged things a little bit, but I haven't done anything substantial with the ritual at this point, because due to the number of offerings that are going on here, like this second offering and this second candle, and whichever one of these candles, the second candle for Bune, is actually for my second reason to request. That is this. This is from the New York Post. It's about this jackass that spilled some boiling water on top of an infant who's minding their own business and has apparently left the country. So here also I need to shed light onto the situation, that person may be found and justice dealt, whatever that justice is, and it can't be harsh enough as far as I'm concerned. So we'll repeat for a second one. Now Beelzebub is not involved with that one, but these three are. So let's do this way. My Lord Helios, Lady Bune, Lord Bifrons, I thank you for also coming forward for this second task of bringing that unknown assailant to light, eventually to justice. And he may be dealt with any type of justice that seems appropriate. Please bring him recognition and light the path towards him. Put the sun on his face and a spotlight over his soul, so he would be found and dealt with for that poor child. My Lord Helios, you are also involved with healing. I ask you to please help assist and heal that young child who had that boiling water thrown on them. Please help them, and I thank you. Sorry, I forgot the candle for the healing. Alright, so at this point we largely just have to bleed on the sigils and then where appropriate bleed on the candles, like Helios typically does not ask for that. I know some people want to pass judgment on why, but it really doesn't matter to me what their opinions are on that, because it happens sometimes. This is actually tea for Helios also. He requested some tea, and I had some peppermint tea down here, so I brewed him a cup of that. So, for my lord, Helios. Okay, now we're just going to bleed on here, and bleed where it is going to be accepted on the candles, and then do some oiling, some lighting, and call that good. Have to hurry. Here we go. Thank you, my lord Helios. The only candle I'll be, well, the two candles that I'll be charging, or well, I guess that's four candles, excuse me. It's for Bifrons and Bunang. Helios didn't request it, but I'm going to oil some of his candles for him, though. Apparently that's good enough. Here we go. Alright, and you'll notice I didn't put any circles around these two sigils. Oops, missed a spot. And that's because I don't feel the need to contain their energies. You'll notice a difference with that with Beelzebub, but that's because of the different nature of his sigil or seal, depending on your point of view. So, okay, so there we go there. And a little charge here. All right. We gotta hurry here. Run out of time. Yeah, if you're used to sticking, then you're gonna have a pretty decent idea where to normally stick to get the most out of each one. That's that first stick. So, all right. Oops. Oops. There's another one. Okay, that's gonna be good. We still gotta oil those. So, not worried about that. Remember, I will bleed for what I want. Okay. That's going to be it for this video. We're going to do the oilings. And then, so I said it was okay for that. Then we'll start lighting. Alright, welcome back. I didn't do much while you guys were gone, but I need to get to oiling Lady Booty's candles now, or it will, the blood will flake off, and when I offer blood, I offer in the intent of giving all of it, not losing some, which I will. That. It'll drop. Alright, now if it was still wet, then I could have just mixed it together and that would have been fine, but oh, here they are. Okay. Since nobody on Amazon who sells chime can holders seem to be able to make candle holders that actually fit chime candles, then we got to put a little spacer in here to keep our candle largely upright. It's been happening for years too. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so those have been oiled. Let's see. Here and here. This is a cycle pump oil. I had a different oil out there, but I was looking for this oil the other night, and it just happened to be on the other part of the table. So using that, that never runs out. In here we've got two. One is Shining Veil. It's for Helios, and the other is cornucopia. Yeah, and those are just by, same thing with the incense, those are just by request. If they request it, then I give it. With the blooded ones, though, I specifically ask usually. So you can, you probably can't see it. I'm out of time. Alright. So, I've already asked them for the work. I thank them for the work. I'm paying them for the work now. Some people don't pay until they get the result, but we've been getting incremental results that matter to me anyways, and so I'm going to go ahead and I don't mind paying. So I don't mind paying in advance anyhow. But I do thank you. Please enjoy these offerings that I prepared for you. And I typically like to light their offerings from their own candles. So the incense I'll light from these candles, which is why my bigger one isn't going out. Or I may have to shut that fan off. Okay. Okay. Saw somebody walking past my garage door here out of the corner of my eye, and of course nobody was there. I do have to put incense on that coal still. Oh, there's the cat. The cats, one of the stray cats has adopted me, so I've been feeding it. Okay, there we go. Including Beelzebub, please enjoy. And that incense is a mixture of myrrh, frankincense, and copal. All right. So that is. I was saying burn the offering. Excuse me. So this will take care of most of the work we're going to be doing. We still have the decaying candle to come up. Okay. Hail to you, Helios, and Bifrons, and thank you for your work. Alright, did some rearranging here out of necessity. The next part of this ritual is to essentially torture the shit out of anybody with knowledge, I say. So I can't be nailed for harassment or anything like that. Anybody with knowledge that is withholding it regarding the resting place for the remains of Harmony. So, okay, still going. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. Now I do have articles already up, videos up, demonstrating how to make this candle, the destruction, the decaying candle. That's on my YouTube, so easy to find. And this is the running mixture that I keep on there. And anytime I make up a little bit new that I add to this, I ask an entity or two to put their energies into it to add some extra flavor to it. But there's usually a single entity I call with the decaying candle to help guide its and ensure its potency, we'll say. But first I need to charge and blood the oh my god, you can tell I'm getting tired, filler candle, which is actually an offering in its own. So we'll just do a quick charge. There we go. And I've only got one hand that's not gloved. Remember, you do not want to touch this stuff, right? It's got all sorts of stuff in it. It has rodent feces, decaying leaves, decaying animal parts at one point. It is a running mixture, so it's had bees, wasps, and poisonous spiders. I guess I should say venomous. I'm not sure which they are. There is a difference, but black widows. So that when they died, I didn't kill anything to do that. That isn't necessary. But yeah, I see the rodent feces have come in there a couple of times actually. I think there were cat feces in there at one point. Cat's claws in there. All sorts of stuff. You get the idea. Okay. And now the oil that I'm using here is Beelzebub's oil that I made from the herbal mixture from Crafts of the Void on Etsy. It's a friend of mine. And if you could tell, this is a bit milky. So this is I made 2 bottles of this at one time, and it serves my purpose for it to be unclean, we'll say. So All right, so the my feeder candle is done. Let me go ahead and light this. Lord Beelzebub, I thank you for stepping forward to take care of this task of persuading people in your own special way to reveal the whereabouts of Harmony Montgomery's remains. And I thank you for that. Happy hunting. Okay. Now I don't want to use another lancet if I don't have to, so I'm just going to do this now. I don't think this is going to last this whole thing though. It's kind of small. Yeah, you probably can't see it. Oops. But this baking stone, which is what this is, it acts as my portable altar in a way. Man, there's stuff all over this thing. Every so often I'll clean it off. And I can actually use detergent on it since it's not being used for baking. Usually I'll just scrape it, call it good. We got 5 minutes now. Okay. Well, I will say this. I'll have to make a determination if I'm going to show the rest of it or not. There are videos up about it. If you can't seem to find them on my YouTube, there's a link in the listing on... I don't know if I put this back up. After I took everything down when I moved on Etsy, but it should be found in my YouTube. It's a decaying candle. I mean, it's got it everywhere. Got posts about it in some forums, so you can find it if you really want to. You hear a chuckle as I'm looking over this. So, yeah, it's gonna... Alright, let's go ahead and... This is gonna be my time here, so... Thank you, Beelzebub. Okay. Fill the candle next video. Alright, gotta fill the candle first. Hail Beelzebub. Thank you. Gotta light his incense first. Forgot. There we go. So how this works, let me since you're not gonna be able to see the oops, the pot might be hot. Since you're not going to be able to see the holes anyhow. Essentially, this is actually for filling bottles, but it'll work. And it usually just takes a pinch. I got it lined up right. It's about the same size. There we go. crap, I shouldn't have touched this candle with this hand, I forgot. Damn it. Have to wipe it off. Tell them how to practice with this. I don't do very often. I normally don't have a need to. Okay. Enough. Now this ritual was designed before I became more energetic than I am now, practitioner-wise. I still do it. Now, what are the relevance to that last statement I just have? It's because it consumes materials, and you can get the same energies from other sources and then not have to consume resources. I'll say this, if you put the same sort of things in yours that I do in mine, you absolutely do not want to be in the room when this is cooking off. So I will be vacating once I light this. Okay, there we go. It is ready. Now again, as I said, I'll be vacating the premises once I light this, and I'll still have several minutes because it's not going to get to the nasty stuff until right about there. But all the same, there is still stuff on the outside of it, so that's just not too risky. Time. Oh, not as late as I thought. All right, good. Now, if this is like a personal thing, then feel free to urinate on this or things like that, smear it and other things. It's kind of up to you. Hail Beelzebub, and thank you. There we go. It is done.